in reality, it's very unlikely you're going to go here and fucking sit straight in, right? You're going to be engaged in some kind of a guard, and you're going to have to work through that into that position, right? So first off, it's just going to be good old De La Riva, right? Because that gives the best opportunities to be able to pin this leg, right? Now what I'd say in this position is that most people fuck up because they don't address the ankle first. They do get off this, they're here, and they try to go to, exactly, and so he's got that lift on my ankle, he instantly dominates and he's able to flare my heel with that, right? So first thing I'd look to do, right, as I'm in this position, if he's doing push-pull, is that I'm going to try and get my toes, rather than being parallel with him, is I'm going to turn them around the corner, okay? So as I'm here, I might be like go pressure with my feet, again, never coming up onto my heels, because if I come onto my heels, that can happen. So I can do flat feet, squat for forwards pressure, turn. Now in this position, I'm going to go brace with my left hand to get his knee closer to his foot, but now my knee and my toes are perpendicular to his body, and most importantly, my shin is ready to slide down his hamstring, right? And then all I'm going to do from this position, I just go kick, stepping across, then I'm going to step over into that position here, 1, 2, and I'm back into my HQ there. So this position here, again, don't just go step over. See, loads of people like talk about doing HQ, just going here, you put that there and life's fucking good. But that grip will absolutely fuck me up, right? So as we're here and he's doing that push-pull, I'm just gonna go step, step, kick over to one side here. And again, what I don't want is this hip down. So as I'm ready to go back, I'm just gonna scoop this up as a push and then drive that thing nice and tight in here, establish my grips. And again, remember the Tommy Langacker dog wiping its dog poo bum, yeah? Not this, there, pressure into my opponent, make sense? But if you weren't here Tuesday, I did speak about knees, yeah? I don't want that, okay? Because you can get underneath it, super easy, and again, if you can get his hands together, get leg locked to some shit. I don't want it super, super tight like this, because if he does like a scissor, I struggle on base. So just kind of like want it in this mid zone where if you just try to scissor me, I can knee out here, or if it is it's tight enough that he is, he's going to struggle to get underneath. And again, I'm drawing my knee down. What I don't want is my leg all the way up. That allows him to pummel his leg over the top like that. That's a big no-no. So I've got an element of engagement where my knee's down and it's very difficult for him to ride. And I'm just going here, going, you will love me, you fucking will love me. Okay? Why you got an hard on? 1, 2, 3. I hope, you'll have found the other night, right? Is it you get here and I spoke on Tuesday about, right, not just like rushing for any kind of grips down here, is like wearing on your opponent. Like I tend to like sit heavy and drive into the chest, make sure that they're getting gassed and taking shallower breaths. Now, what normally happens a lot whenever I'm in this position as I'm trying to work the knee down, is people grab the legs here, yeah, and then they start to like grip, and he's going to extend like a motherfucker to be able to do that. That happened on Tuesday. Those that were here, people are trying to push you out. So we transition to this grip. Do me a favour, just turn my phone down a bit. Thank you, bro. So we transition to this grip now. As somebody, if they start to get quite a convincing little like drive, I'll go into here. So even if he's pushing like fuck, come on, let's go for it. And then I'll start to base. Now, what that gives me the opportunity to do then is start to attack in this. So even if he's like pushing like fuck, I'm trying to lift as high as I can, then I've got an option where I can just go twist over the top with my hips. So I'll go HQ, I'm going heavy, starting to push, I'm going pull, 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 like that. You see how I can get all the way off that hook, so the more he lifts, I'm jumping all the way over the top, make sense? It's a really tempting position for him. If I stay low and he grips, I'll just go over like a bag of shit. So I'm playing heavy, it manages, as soon as I feel this, he's got those, that's my cue to go from this to this. He starts to push, I just pull, and lifting my hips up. Because he's going to continue to push. You know I talked about like Top Gun before, hit the brakes and fly right back? His knee is trying to go that way, yeah? So as he starts to push, see if I can lift my arse, but I can compound that effect I'm pulling him up. So he's squeezing like that. I go up. And smashing back down. Grinder jiu-jitsu. I call it that, should I? Do any more catchy name, alright. So look, heavy pressure, you start to get the grip away fucking out here, basically need to lift. So lift it up and then instantly drop it over, take some kind of pressure. Now this one, what I would say, element of timing, yeah? Is that you've got to, like, as you'll get into a bit of a rock where he's pushing heavy, and you've just got to float your hips at the right time while maintaining head pressure. So go on. HQ, drive, forward, go for it, take a sweep, over the top. Make sense? Hold the head, get his back off the mat, and as he continues that drive, thinking he's going to sweep, then you're lifting your ass and jumping over the top. Happy? You want another one or we're good? Gav looks fucking hard as hell. Not that you don't already. You look like you're going to like rip my wallet or something. That's like a Russian monster. I come to kill you now. Happy? 1, 2, 3. Sorry, we're all moaning about the shitty order already. So, as you're in that position, look, back step, go back. Leg in, kick out's easier. Make sense? Right. Next, again, so I'm playing that open guard, I'm into reverse De La Riva now. Okay, same shit. Okay, same game in terms of what I'm distributing my legs. So we might be like anything like this, but I'm kind of get some kind of a frame holding him away. Maybe clear that if I can. Most important now, left leg in from reserve. Coming into this position here, turning the corner. Get rid of that, I can be leaning in. Now, all my weight's in my left leg, I'm gonna lift up, kick, and then I'm pulling down into that position. I'm gonna go HQ on the second side, right? What it ain't is this. See how I'm giving him a real nice reverse De La Riva. He's underneath my ankle, he starts to invert. So I'm in this position, this square push-pull, until I can go turn, kick, onto the second side. Make sense? I can start to apply my trade on the second side now. Yeah? So the first one and this one is just the same, it's just about rotating and kicking out of that weak grip. This time we're hitting a high step, lean into my opponent, lift, kick, across, and then instantly I'm going to drop and twist. See how I turn through the clock? I'm not staying there, because what I feel like is that he's going to start to lift, exactly. So as I go, I'm going down. Beautiful. And instantly, I've got this pressure here. Bring my knee in so it's safe, so I don't give him a handle to grip or push. In, and I'm into that position there. Dog poo bum, ready to go. Okay, simple. 1, 2, 3. Dog poo bum. Hiya. Pop. I'll slide down like that. So if you want to just practice that, that's great. You don't need to do the rock. Like I say, you can be here as they start to explode. See how my hand went from his chest straight underneath, and I can go into that position there, right? Now, going back to the variation we've just done, as I'm lifting him up into this position here, and like we might be into this like little stalemate. What I'm gonna look to do, right? I want the knee cut side, which is my right knee in this instance, yeah? So it's the inside leg. So as I've lifted up, okay, with this bit of an impasse, I'm gonna go left hand stays, right hand pushes, and then as I start to like guide him back down, I go base all the way through with my shoulder and hit like quite an aggressive knee cut, yeah? So I've gone into this position, he's pushing out, I'm going whoa, whoa, punch, and jump all the way over the top, that right hand. So there's a little bit of a quick transition in there, from that to that. Don't make a mistake of doing this, so as I'm going push, pull, don't make a mistake of going, knee cut, yes, yeah, exactly. See how by staying in the middle, I'm just going to fucking tumble. So I'm very much punching, and I'm like firing my right hand and my right hip through. So here, push, pull, watch. That. See, I'm turning, I'm holding his head square over the top, and I get that rotation. What I want to hear is that through the lower half of his body. Makes sense? Testing myself then, I did it on the wrong side. So, make sense? So as you're doing that push-pull, the benefit is, right, he's giving away that underhook grip. So from here, might be hard, right? He's keeping those gaps closed. As he starts to lift, whoa! So I get a beautiful underhook, lateral, jumping all the way through. Make sense? All the way, we made it. 1, 2, 3. Right, first entry is going to be like off the reset off a butterfly, but then I'm just going to get you to drill something that I've drilled religiously for years before I realised that cold drilling was bullshit, but I'm actually pretty good at it. So, what I often find actually is like entering into like HQ from this range can be quite difficult, but what's always very easy to achieve is just going down like this, right? It's going down into the butterfly. Then obviously what's going to happen, if I'm trying to put forwards pressure, Seb doesn't like that, he's going to start to kick and stand up. Yeah, we end up in this little scenario where I'm on his hooks for a couple of seconds, right? So as I'm in that position, he might be sitting up, I'm just going fuck off, then as he starts to lift me up, I quickly jump to my feet. Right, now, in this position, I'm going to pick a knee straight out the gate. In this instance, or usually what I do is do my right knee, okay, and then I'm going to do what I call a Mendes Brothers like leg weave, okay. Now, everyone, if they're not used to this, will make this mistake to do this. To lift. Now, if you've got a really sticky hook, can I get fucked up? The way the Mendes Brothers did it was they used pressure and they turn the knee the direction they want to go, yeah, and they drive the knee over and circle the foot around the back. What it isn't, it ain't that, it ain't that, it ain't that. Push, knee, circle. But then instantly you see I'm straight back into HQ, yeah? So rather than trying to force it from an open guard position, I'll just drop down and like, fuck off. And he lifts me up, boom. Straight back down into HQ, ready to start to impose my weight there, yeah? So first minute or two, just help you both get warmed up. He sits up, I end up into a standing position. Brace. Get a little bit of a tilt in his hips, holding myself. The reason it's easy to do this leg weave is because I'm here, heavy in my hands. It's harder to do, but I'm not using my hands enough. There, lift my knee up a little bit, drive it into the space I want to go. See how I turn my knee, see how my heel comes up, and then as I'm pushing that, I back heel around. There, then a step, driving forwards, onto the hooks, dog poo bum, loading into these little leg hooks. Alright? I do, like, yeah, to be honest, as fucking uber gay as it sounds, right, I might cup in his chest. Because that's exactly where he's going to be breathing, right? He's going to drop his diaphragm, he's going to expand his ribs. So when I'm here, it'll literally am like that, first couple of seconds. He doesn't like that, he's a couple of shallow breaths, not like, you know what I mean? He's 2 or 3 breaths behind by the time he actually gets to a better position. You know, and then he boots me off, and I'm back again. And it might be like this, but you know, 2 or 3 of those, that's the point. 2 or 3 of those is loading his chest, he's having to explode out. He's gassed already, yeah? Right, so all this jazz, get down to here, right? Starting to get my entry in there, exactly. He's going to like drive and push it, yeah? So what I might be doing in this position, I'll transition this from a low grip to a high grip here. Shoulder goes high, so I'm trying to exaggerate that turn. Punch through and get to a who's got it. Right now. My hook here is going to go into the underside of the knee. I learned this fucking years ago from Tommy Fulcannon, right? Anyone know who Tommy Fulcannon is? Nope. My knee's going to drive down and lock his hip. The more I twist that, whoa! Take the back out. Say that again? Right, okay, let's talk mechanics. Sorry. Let's talk mechanics, right? If I curl his heel up a little bit and cause an outwards rotation, see what he has to do to his hips to alleviate the pressure. Because if not, that's a fucking Z-lock, right? It hurts, make sense? So all I'm doing is I'm driving my knee across there, flaring upwards to get that arse cheek in the air, yeah? As that happens, I'm expecting that to happen, I'm just gonna dip my hook in. Yeah, so I've gone hip pressure, got my split, he's like trying to throat fuck me off and whatnot. Okay, cool, we're in a fucking absolute boss position. right? But I don't just want to go side control, I want to take the fucking crown jewels, right? So look, it's not low like this. It's not low on the foot, I'm going knee, comes high, and look, I'm flaring like that. And I go twist, 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 out. See, as I do that, I'm bracing on my right hand, then my left foot can start to go in through this here, and I take the back that way, yeah? But without all the fancy garb, drive the knee down, flare the foot off. Make sense? Happy with that? Yeah? Well, one more we go. With the full bit or just the end bit?
Just like the knee.
So just to practice it, practice your hover. Knee goes tight towards to like the inside of my thighs, pressurising his IT band. I'm going down and I'm flaring my foot out and I'm trying to hover sideways. See how I've twisted my hook? Twisted his, that allows me to go around and go all the way back over the way I've come. Make sense? 1, 2, 3, and we'll do GVP after. So full sequence, do the lift, twist to here, start to make my twist into the side, pressure goes in all the way up to there. Now, as I'm in this position, I'm doing my projection there. What I'm looking to do now is I'm going to get my rear toes in the deck here. Okay, now I'm going to utilise that to go higher onto the top, and then I can drive up my right hand to then go split. Yeah. Now, make this one level further. See how my rear leg is on the back side of his leg. I'm making you alright. You're fucking bright, isn't it? Right, I'm in that position. I go here, pin there. Then I'm in a position where I've got a real fucking good pin. Okay. This hand that was on here, all I'm going to look to do is go underneath. What I tend to do is go over the bicep like that to make that shit worse. We rate a lot of fixture. So here, it's all the way through, go all the way out to that position. Now if you try and get that hook in here, see how your distance is all fucked up? Yeah? So the key is, if you do want to get that in, don't make the mistake, a lot of people are here and they like lift the hips to do that. But if I lift the hips, what can we do? So you're giving him an option. So I'm going hips all the way deep, this leg out, and I'm going over the top, higher, and then I can get that split there. Yeah? Pin. Kind of like what? We'll try last. Yeah? As I'm in this position, right, now I'm in here, you can just like ride that till it's worth, but again what I suggest is make that worse, go under, and then I'm going to go brace, and then I'm going to work all the way around here into a cradle. Yeah? What? I'm cranking. Oh, crank. Yeah, and then usually what I'm thinking in this position is just if I'm like continue to rotate to the back. What the fuck you put it on?
Get him back in that position.
Super gay, okay. So you've got all the way through active hip engagement. I want to get this hook in the game, but it's not great there. So you might be pushing or whatever, that's fine. I'm going higher over the top, hook, split, under the leg, get to the bicep, and I'm kind of like, and my arm is not curved, but be active. And the reason for that, if there's any slack in Morgan's limbs, that's when it can fuck me off. So the more I can go pressure here, take my time, walk around the corner, get to my cradle, continue to turn in, get access to his back. And I can start to go again there, yeah? Okay? So leg split with the cradle. 1, 2, 3. What I'm looking to do, like in a couple of turns, I really want to access like his lower back, right? Finger banging poo cutter. Got a laugh out of him, that was good. Right, I want to start to access his back. So, as we're in this position, we might be able to get to there, but again, equally, I feel like I'm still vulnerable in that position. So, as we spoke about last week, I'm just going to start to like work See how I like just did that little twist? See how I rotated or pivoted my feet? I went like that. And then instantly his knee moved a little bit. Okay, so between some of these resets, you might be like pushing and stuff like that. I'm just going boom, instant there. Now as I'm in that position, I'm gonna start to drive my lead hip. What I mean by my lead hip is this one, until I can get low on his lower back. And the reason will become apparent in a minute, right? Then I'm gonna switch my hips through, but what I don't do is drop into the crease behind his leg here, because see how he's able to like lift and stuff? What I'm aiming, right, is my hip bone right into like at the top of his IT band here. So as I've gone there, lead hips engage, then I'm going hip into the top of the IT band, blocking here, but see how his knee's still in the air? So like a lot of people make the mistake, they'll be here, he starts to like lift and stuff, see how he can escape, yeah? So then once I'm in that position, I've got the hip engaged, I'm projecting, I'm going forwards, forwards, forwards here. Now when he tries to like lift with that hook, it's much more difficult, right? Number one thing he can do, if I don't have that arm in, arch backwards, big problem, yeah? So that's why I'm cupping that back, right? Not to mention, that allows his upper body to remain in range. So some shit I like to do, I'll be like here, and I'm just pinning for a second. See how my hips are up? Mine are different. Move there, young man. Yeah? Whereas my hips remain fully engaged. Yeah? Daft as it sounds, right? The best way I've ever heard it described though, right, for hip pressure, is people say like, put your hip pressure in. People think that's hip pressure. Chris Houghton was famously heard as describe it, it's the in stroke of the foot, right? It's you're squeezing your arse cheeks to pin that in. So I'm really leading with my hip bone. I'm driving off my rear toes into that IT band, okay? Here. Pinning his back, nice and heavy. Now from that position, all I'm gonna look to do is pin. He tries to move. And you see I'm getting lower and lower on his hip. Then as soon as he's going this way, I go lean. This one starts to walk, then that one, until I can come off the hooks and I'm around. Make sense? So I'm ultimately encouraging him with everything, gluing that down there, and until he starts to like lift and I get under, this is what I want. This position, then that's my cue to walk off to the clear side. Make sense? Happy with that? Simple enough? You just wanted me to fucking demo that one, yeah. Look in, has he got an hard on, Tristan?
Yeah.
So look, we're playing HQ here, lift, get a little bit of a twist, and again, I'm pressuring lead hip, yeah? Going nice and low, bracing his lower back, then I'm twisting my rear hip into the game, aiming for the IT band, but I keep projecting until I get the knees all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Okay, subtle difference between my hips aren't fully engaged there and he can move, yeah, or my hips are fully engaged there, much more difficult, yeah. Keep doing that, keep forward pressure until I can get all the way under his hip, and I'm around. Make sense? All right, shaggers, 1, 2, 3.